Welcome to our channel, where we bring you the latest updates on global conflicts and military strategies. Today, we're talking about an unbelievable and shocking event: North Korean troops opening fire on Russian soldiers. What caused this deadly mistake? Was it a misunderstanding, or is there something more happening behind the scenes? Stay with us as we break it all down step by step and explain what this could mean for the future of military alliances around the world. It was a foggy morning along Russia's western front lines, where soldiers prepared for another day of military operations amidst the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. But this was no ordinary day. Tensions flared as gunfire suddenly erupted, not between Russian and Ukrainian troops, but between Russian soldiers and North Korean reinforcements who had reportedly joined the battlefield to support Russia's war efforts. Initial reports indicate that a tragic miscommunication led to North Korean troops mistakenly identifying Russian soldiers as hostile forces, resulting in deadly friendly fire. The firefight, which lasted several minutes, left multiple casualties on both sides and has since triggered intense debates about the reliability of alliances, the dangers of multinational military operations, and the risks of deploying troops who lack proper training and communication protocols. To understand how this shocking event unfolded, we need to step back and examine the circumstances that brought North Korean forces into this conflict in the first place. Facing mounting losses in Ukraine and struggling to sustain its military operations, Russia has turned to unlikely partners for support. In recent months, reports emerged that North Korea had agreed to send troops and weapons to Russia in exchange for food supplies, energy resources, and economic aid. This partnership, though controversial, highlights how both nations are navigating isolation and sanctions imposed by Western powers. Russia, desperate for reinforcements, saw North Korea as a quick fix to bolster its manpower, while North Korea seized the opportunity to strengthen its ties with a global power and test its military capabilities on an international stage. However, the integration of North Korean troops into Russian units has been fraught with challenges from the start. Language barriers, cultural differences, and incompatible training methods created an environment ripe for confusion. According to reports, North Korean forces were not fully briefed on Russian battlefield tactics or the visual identification of Allied units. On the day of the incident, North Korean soldiers reportedly mistook a group of Russian troops advancing toward their position as an enemy assault force. Panicked and unprepared, they opened fire before confirming the identity of their targets. Russian soldiers, caught off guard and unable to communicate effectively with the North Korean troops, returned fire, escalating the situation into a full-blown skirmish. The aftermath of the incident has raised serious questions about the feasibility of multinational military collaborations, especially in high-stress combat zones. Military experts point out that integrating foreign troops into domestic forces requires extensive training, clear communication channels, and shared protocols, none of which were adequately established in this case. The language barrier alone proved to be a critical weakness, as Russian and North Korean troops lacked the ability to issue clear commands or warnings to prevent the escalation. Additionally, cultural and tactical differences further complicated coordination, leading to mistrust and panic when faced with sudden threats. This tragic incident also sheds light on the broader implications of Russia's reliance on foreign forces to sustain its war effort. By turning to countries like North Korea and Iran for military support, Russia has exposed itself to the risks of mismanagement, miscommunication, and operational failures. Analysts argue that this event could damage Russia's credibility as a military power and strain its relations with North Korea, potentially leading to diplomatic fallout. Meanwhile, North Korea's involvement in the conflict has drawn sharp criticism from Western nations, further isolating the regime and adding fuel to existing tensions in East Asia. Beyond the immediate consequences, this incident raises larger questions about the future of warfare and military alliances. In an era where conflicts are increasingly globalized, countries are forming strategic partnerships to strengthen their positions. However, as this event demonstrates, such partnerships are not without risks. The lack of training and preparation can lead to devastating outcomes, even among allies. It also highlights the importance of advanced technologies, such as AI-driven communication systems and automated identification tools, which could prevent similar incidents in the future. For Russia, the friendly fire incident serves as a wake-up call to reassess its military strategy and reliance on foreign troops. Experts suggest that Russia may need to invest in better training programs, translators, and joint exercises to ensure smoother cooperation with its partners. Alternatively, it may push Russia to limit its dependence on external forces and focus on rebuilding its domestic military capabilities. For North Korea, the incident is a test of its ambitions to project power beyond its borders. While the deployment of troops overseas may have been intended to demonstrate strength and loyalty to Russia, the mishap has instead exposed weaknesses in its military structure and operational discipline. Looking ahead, this incident is likely to influence global military strategies and alliances. Countries may reconsider the risks of involving foreign forces in their operations and place greater emphasis on technology and intelligence sharing to avoid similar tragedies. It also underscores the growing complexity of modern warfare, where hybrid tactics, cyber threats, and multinational coalitions play an increasingly prominent role. As we reflect on this shocking event, it's important to recognize the human cost of war. The soldiers involved in this tragedy, whether Russian or North Korean, were victims of poor planning, miscommunication, and the chaos of combat. Their deaths serve as a reminder of the sacrifices made by those on the front lines and the responsibility of leaders to ensure their safety. This incident between North Korean and Russian forces has exposed deep flaws in military coordination and the challenges of multinational warfare. It also raises important questions about the future of alliances, the role of foreign troops, and the need for advanced technologies to prevent such tragedies. What are your thoughts on this event? Do you think Russia and North Korea can maintain their alliance after this incident? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on global conflicts and military strategies. Thank you for watching.